Welcome to D3 TV News at 7:30. This is The Source.
Good evening and welcome to The Source. I'm Danny Restrepo.
And I'm Allie Grimm. All IFC fraternities have been placed on suspension until further notice. The suspension was put in place following the bias incidents that occurred over Halloween weekend. Along with the suspension, many IFC chapters are struggling with the new process of registering events and parties. D3 TV's Kylie Rippey and Elaine Davis have more on the story.
This academic semester, all IFC fraternities were informed that they would only be allowed to throw registered parties this year. There would be 2 on campus and 1 off campus. This change was quick and unexpected and has caused tension between students, members of the IFC fraternities, and DePauw administration. President of IFC, Luke Hartline, explained that non-registered events are a thing of the past.
From a non-registered point of view, that's kind of a system of the past where you can, kind of let them know that there's a party going on, but it's not like an all-open, all-inclusive party. And so from an IFC perspective and an administrator's perspective this year, we're asking that chapters don't have non-registered events.
An anonymous IFC chapter president sat down with D3 TV and voiced many frustrations he has with the registering process.
It's really, really difficult for us to manage all of our guys, and it's frustrating that not only are we committed and influenced by DePauw during the school week and dedicated students here, now they're, actively controlling our environment on the weekends.
In order to register a party, IFC chapters must fill out a form online that is extensive, and it must be submitted by noon on Monday before the weekend party. If an event is not registered, IFC chapters will be charged through community standards.
It's impossible for us to abide by all their rules and restrictions to maintain like a safe number of people and maintain where alcohol is served, who it's served by, when it's served, for how long, what type of alcohol, from what distribution points. There's just lists and lists and lists that we have to figure out, and who's going to be there is the biggest problem for us.
Tensions are running high among all IFC chapters, not only regarding the new registration process, but because of the suspension of all IFC fraternities until further notice.
I think the decision came on a couple different ends. It wasn't necessarily an IFC decision that decided to close down parties. I think it came from the the office of Alan Hill, so the vice president of the university right now, and it was kind of an interesting dynamic because he called kind of an emergency meeting. It would have been last Tuesday, I believe, and it was every chapter president and every risk manager of each individual IFC chapter, including the IFC council members, myself included, and it was more of an open dialogue conversation, and I think that it was in response to the 2 bias incidents reports that happened the week prior.
The Bias Incident Response Team, also known as BIRT, is currently investigating the 2 bias incidences that occurred over Halloween weekend that caused the IFC fraternities to be placed on suspension. Keep tuning in to d3tv.org and The Source to find out more on this story. For D3 TV's The Source, I'm Kylie Rippey.
It has not been made clear to D3 TV what exactly the suspension will mean for the IFC chapters on campus, but we will be keeping up with the story as the BIRT investigation finishes up and more details become available. Look for more upcoming stories on d3tv.org and right here on The Source.
In happier news, the Bell is back. For the first time since 2008, the DePauw football team beat Wabash College in the Monon Bell Classic. D3 TV's Tilly Marlatt captured some of the excitement in the winning moments.
The Monon Bell is safely back where it belongs. The DePauw Tigers ended an 8-year drought in the 123rd Monon Bell Classic, where they played a tough-fought match against the Wabash Little Giants. Senior quarterback Matt Hunt secured the game in the final 32 seconds after throwing a 13-yard touchdown pass to his little brother, sophomore Andy Hunt. This put the Tigers up 37-34, securing the Tigers the bell. After receiving a police escort back to Greencastle, the bell was warmly greeted by students and fans.
If the Monon Bell win wasn't enough to make DePaul students proud to be Tigers, the Ubben Lecture announcement on Monday probably did. Former British Prime Minister David Cameron will come to campus on December 8th to give an Ubben Lecture entitled The Historic Events of 2016 and Where We Go From Here. Cameron stepped down from his position as British Prime Minister after the July vote to leave the European Union. The lecture will begin at 4:30 p.m. in the Neal Fieldhouse.
His visit will come just a few weeks after the United States made a historic decision of its own to elect Donald Trump as president. The election results produced two starkly different reactions. Some students were overjoyed by the results. Others feared that a Donald Trump presidency would make the country unsafe to live in for marginalized groups. Due to Trump's promise that he will build a wall and increase deportation efforts, some undocumented students could now face deportation.
So Professors Rebecca Alexander, Angela Casanedo, Glenn Kuker, and Alejandro Puga came together after the presidential election with hopes of diminishing the post-election fear that many have been having on campus. They created a petition asking President McCoy to make DePaul a sanctuary campus and put in concrete policies to protect undocumented students and those who have deferred action for childhood arrival status. They hope to get at least 1,000 signatures by Friday.
Learning about other perspectives and cultures can be helpful in navigating recent social tension, which is why this week is the perfect time for International Education Week. International students are giving lunch presentations this week over their respective countries, complete with food samples. Other activities this week include a Diwali celebration tomorrow at the Hartman House from 6 to 8 p.m. and an international community dinner on Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. in the Cultural Resource Center. All events are free and open to students and faculty.
If those events make you excited to study abroad, you better get working on your application. The deadline for Campus 2017 off-campus study is 11:59 p.m. this Friday, so make sure you get those applications in.
That's all the news we have for tonight. When we come back, Kylie Rippey will be live in the studio with information on some criminal activity that occurred over Monon weekend.
And later, we will have brothers teammates Matt and Andy Hunt on the show to talk about their big Monon Bell victory. But first, these messages.
Hi, I'm Tom Crispin. I'm from Fairfield, Connecticut, and I'm the general manager here at D3 TV.
I am Katie Browning, and I am serving as the executive producer at D3 TV.
My name is Julie Block. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, and I am the news director here at D3 TV.
And I'm Rick Ogazaki. I'm from Greenwich, Connecticut, and I'm director of programming at D3 TV.
I'm Laurel O'Rourke. I'm from Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I'm the director of programming.
I'm Jerica Bean. I'm from Greencastle, Indiana. I'm the director of internal advertising.
I'm Kylie Rippey. I'm director of alumni outreach and event coordination, and I'm from Plymouth, Indiana, and I'm afraid of birds.
I'm not afraid of birds. I'm Tilly Marlatt. I'm the assistant news director for The Source, and I am from Attica, Indiana. Brush D3 TV.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Boyd. I'm from Westerville, Ohio.
I'm Tyler Murphy. I am from Louisville, Kentucky.
And I am the director of online programming, which means I do stuff with YouTube.
I'm one of the head content creators.
What are you doing? I can do this thing with my tongue.
That's like a clover.
And that's like a star.
I can do a taco. Can you do a taco tongue?
Can you roll it?
No.
I am king of D3 TV.
I am the emperor of D3 TV.
Ladies first.
He's never this polite.
Go ahead.
Welcome back to The Source. We are live in the studio with Kylie Rippey. Kylie, this weekend's Monon victory brought with it some pretty bizarre criminal behavior. What incidents occurred over Monon weekend?
Hi, Danny and Allie. There were a lot of incidents that occurred over Monon weekend, And the ones we see here are what Angela Nally sat down and talked with the DePauw about earlier this week. She said that there were 8 instances where the fire department had to come to DePauw's campus that night, which is an extremely high number. There were 3 pull station alarms, 2 false fire alarms, and the scariest, 3 fires that were intentionally set on DePauw's campus. The first fire was set on the front lawn of the fraternity Alpha Tau Omega and was easily put out by a fire extinguisher. The second was in South Quad, where a picnic table was set on fire using an accelerant, which Nally believed could have been hard alcohol. The public safety was also able to extinguish this with a fire extinguisher, and minimal damage was done. However, the worst event of the weekend was that someone carried a couch in front of the Boulder of East College and set it on fire. Again, public safety was able to put most of it out with a fire extinguisher. However, the fire department did have to be called in order to make sure the fire was completely out. Now, what happened here was the fact that this damage is irreversible. Facilities management has been trying to get the stains out of the brand new sidewalk that was just put in place this summer. However, it's been now discovered that they're going to have to completely replace the sidewalk once again. These 3 instances have caused many investigations to occur throughout public safety and here on DePauw's campus.
How are the investigations going?
The investigations are moving along. However, they have not found any suspects or perpetrators. Angela Nally told the DePauw that they are looking into camera video around East College and South Quad, and also talking to many students who may have seen something or know something about the event. However, Nally said that they will be prosecuting these perpetrators to the fullest extent, whether that be going through CLCD here at DePauw, public safety, or even being prosecuted by the Putnam County prosecutor himself.
What did Angela Nally have to say about the weekend in general?
Overall, other than those instances, Nally said the weekend went pretty smooth. She said that she was excited to be a part of this amazing tradition at DePauw, especially bringing the football team and the bell back through campus with a police escort all the way to Blackstock Stadium. However, she was saddened that those celebrations had to end in a night of fire, one of which, the one in front of East College, almost caught fire and burnt down the 175-year-old building, which Nally and many others believe is a flagstaff of our institution here at DePauw.
Thank you so much, Kylie. When we come back, Elise Haskell will have tonight's entertainment news.
And later, sports news with Vanessa Ballas. I'm Allie Grimm.
And I'm Danny Estrepo. We'll be right back.
Congratulations. You've now joined D3TV, the most successful student organization involving television on campus.
Can I get involved with D3TV now?
No. D3TV is one of the longest-running student organizations on campus and has recently shown considerable growth with online media and content.
Can I get involved in D3TV now?
Not so fast. There's still plenty for you to learn about editing, creating content, marketing, interviewing, using a microwave, and hands-on experience with your peers and professors. Sounds like a lot of
Hoopla!
Sounds like
Hoopla! Hoopla! Hoopla!
Sounds like an awful lot of hoopla about a college television network.
To get involved with D3TV, contact us online or just come in at our offices located at the Pulliam Center for Contemporary Media.
Good evening and welcome to The Source.
Entertainment news on The Source.
Welcome back to Sports News on The Source. Back to The Source.
Welcome back to Entertainment news on The Source.
Welcome back to Sports News on the Source.
I'm Kylie Rippey.
I'm Megan Mannering.
I'm Josh Crazy.
I'm Vicky Pislarius. I'm Allie Grimm.
I'm Tilly Marlatt.
When you say it like that,
Welcome back to The Source. I'm Elise Haskell with your entertainment news. The Good Person of Szechuan premieres tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. in Moore Theater and will continue with performances on Friday and Saturday at the same time. The show will wrap up on Sunday at 1 p.m. with a matinee. Danny and I went to their dress rehearsal yesterday to talk to some of the cast. What can you tell me about this show?
It's really interesting. It's nothing to put on in recent memory. It's a play written in the 1950s that's incredibly relevant today with all original music, great modern elements, and it's an absolute blast to watch and be in. So,
What is it like to be a student director?
It's a weird experience. I've definitely enjoyed it. I've directed a little bit before, but not a ton. And it's felt like I've had my creative input put together on the big stage for DePauw, but I haven't kind of been left out to float on my own. I kind of have a rope to guide me.
So what character do you play?
I play Shantae and Shweta, which is the main character and her alter ego.
What do you love most about playing this character?
Well, I love that I get to play two characters, which was unexpected. And I really love how human she is, even though she's got this extraordinary goodness that is almost hard to understand. She's so sweet. She doesn't see how all these people are manipulating her. And she has all these wonderful qualities. She has a madness also about all the pain in the world that really brings her down to earth and brings her into a zone that we can all relate to.
Who is your character?
The man.
What does he do in the play?
The man, he kind of resembles like kind of the general man of like the society. That he is just trying to go throughout this like whole process and like trying to do the best thing he can for his family and for like growing his business in the future, and that's just kind of me. Like I guess I'm just trying to work my way up and through college and like get through acting and do as much as I can.
Tickets for the show are $10 for general admission and $5 for students. DePauw Dance Marathon will be held this Saturday from noon to 8 p.m. at the indoor track and field. The event aims to raise money for Riley Children's Hospital. This year the goal is $80,000. D3 TV's Allie Grimm and Emily Rogers have more with the story.
DePauw Dance Marathon is taking place this Saturday, November 19th from 12 to 8 p.m.
For those of you who don't know, DePauw Dance Marathon is a fundraiser to help raise money for Riley Children's Hospital in Indianapolis.
People still looking to sign up should visit the website rileykids.org/DPUDM 2016.
We would love to see you there.
And as always, FTK.
Out on the verge of the rest of our lives tonight. Top of the world and we'll dress to the nines tonight.
That's all the entertainment news I have for tonight. When we come back, Vanessa Ballas will bring you sports news, and then Megan Mannering will be live in the studio with Andy and Matt Hunt to talk about their Monon Bell victory. I'm Elise Haskell. Stay with us.
And in position of General Manager, Tom Crispin. Executive Producer, Katie Browning.
Do you really have what it takes to run D3 TV?
I think so. I suppose so.
I mean, you're going to have to get people like you.
Now, push up, go! Are you serious? You are pitiful, sir. Harder, go!
Not a favorite, nope.
Julia with a score of 12.
And Jessica with a score of 2.
Welcome back to The Source. I'm Vanessa Ballas.
Spirits have been high this week as students bask in Tiger pride from the Monon Bell victory on Saturday. The last football game of the season was a tough matchup against longtime rival Wabash College. But DePauw came out on top 37-34. The next matchup against Wabash isn't until the men's basketball faces the Little Giants in January, but campus is already buzzing with anticipation. That's because the men's basketball team is beginning their season as we speak at Franklin College. The team won its game against Franklin last November and is hoping for a repeat. The Tigers are striving to do better this year than last season's 8-17 overall record and 4-14 conference record. Best of luck to the basketball team this season. Paced by top 10 finishes from Polo Burgett and Zach Batt, the men's cross-country team totaled 250 points and finished 8th at the NCAA Division III Great Lakes Regional. Over the weekend, Burgett earned a 5th-place finish for the team, also automatically qualifying him for the NCAA D3 Championship on Saturday. On the women's side, Claudia Monette led the team to a 7th-place finish at Saturday's meet. She covered the course in 21:50 and earned a spot in Saturday's NCAA D3 Championships for the 2nd year in a row. The men's soccer team hosted the first and second rounds of the NCAA tournament over the weekend. They beat Center 3-2 in the first round, but lost to the Redlands to end their season in the second round. The women's side also played their last game of the season last week when they lost to Denison in the conference semifinals. The game came down to the last few minutes until Denison was awarded a penalty kick and finished with a narrow 1-0 lead. That's all the sports news I have for tonight. When we come back, Megan Mannering will be live in the studio with Matt and Andy Hunt to discuss Saturday's Monon Bell game. Vanessa Ballas, go Tigers!
Hi, I'm Tom Crispin. I'm from Fairfield, Connecticut, and I'm the general manager here at D3 TV.
I am Katie Browning, and I am serving as the executive producer at D3 TV.
My name is Julie Block. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, and I am the news director here at D3 TV.
And I'm Rick Yogazaki. I'm from Greenwich, Connecticut, and I'm director of programming at D3 TV.
I'm Laurel O'Rourke. I'm from Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I'm the director of programming.
I'm Jerica Bean. I'm from Greencastle, Indiana. I'm the director of internal advertising.
I'm Kylie Rippey. I'm director of alumni outreach and event coordination, and I'm from Plymouth, Indiana, and I'm afraid of birds.
I'm not afraid of birds. I'm Tilly Marlatt. I'm the assistant news director for The Source, and I am from Attica, Indiana. Rush D3 TV.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Boyd. I'm from Westerville, Ohio.
I'm Tyler Murphy. I am from Louisville, Kentucky.
And I am the director of online programming, which means I do stuff with YouTube.
I'm one of the head content creators.
What are you doing? I can do this thing with my tongue.
That's like a clover.
It looks like a star.
I can do a taco. Can you do a taco tongue?
Can you roll it?
No.
I am king of D3 TV.
I am the emperor of D3 TV.
Ladies first.
He's never this polite.
Go ahead.
Yeah. We're out.
Welcome back to The Source. I'm Megan Mannering here with brothers turned teammates Matt and Andy Hunt. Hunt brothers, first of all, thank you so much for being here, and second of all, congrats on Monon. What a huge win. Yeah. So a couple questions. First of all, what has it been like playing football together? Because I'm assuming that you played together before you got to college and high school, and probably even before that.
Yeah, we played a little bit together in grade school, like when I was in 4th grade and 2nd grade, and then 2 years in high school. But not as much. We never played as much together as we did this year, or the past 2 years. So it's been an awesome experience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely been an awesome experience, and we never really got to play on the same side of the ball, so that was a different experience, but definitely a great one.
Yeah, absolutely. So together, you both secured the Monon Bell. What was it like after that final play when everybody rushed the field? What was going through your minds?
I mean, just nothing but excitement and just so happy for our team and then the coaching staff and then also just the entire school. It's been, even now, it's just been so great. I'm still not over it. Watch the highlights about twice a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a excitement and just kind of a sigh of relief. Everyone's looking to us the past 2 years, I guess, asking us when we're going to get it, when we're going to get it back, and to finally get it back is pretty amazing.
So how does your relationship differ on and off the field?
I think if anything, it's more hostile on the field, but not too bad. We had a couple yelling matches.
Fair share of fights, but
we fight a lot. But other than that, we're pretty good. We're pretty get along pretty well.
Well, that's pretty good. So Matt, you've had an incredible career. Could you tell us a couple of the highlights that you've had in your 4 years here?
The two games other than this one that stick out are the Wittenberg and the Denison game this year, the Wittenberg game last year. I mean, we hadn't beat Wittenberg since the 80s, and so that was huge last year. And then this year, beating Denison, we lost 2 of our last 3, and then to come out against Denison, who was an undefeated team at the time, and beat them was huge. And it was senior day, so for all my classmates, it was fun too.
Yeah, and obviously Monon. That has to be a huge one.
That is the highlight.
The highlight. So Andy, what are you looking forward to going into next season?
Just to play with some different guys. We're losing a lot of seniors this year, a lot of key players. But I think it'll be a different team dynamic. But I'm pretty excited to get to play with some more guys in my class, in my age. And I think we have some momentum from the end of the year this year, and going forward, I think we still have a great team. So I'm excited for that.
Well, that being said, do you think that DePaul can hold on to the bell for maybe the next 8 years?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I think going out we have a bunch of great players here already, and then going out for recruiting, it'd be tough to not choose DePaul coming in if you want to go to a Division III school. I mean, we have everything. Now we have the bell. We've won the big one, so I mean, just continuing to build on that and trying to win championships and go to the playoffs.
Yeah, so back to Andy and back to the upcoming season. Do you think you're going to have a little more pressure, a little more on your hands now that your big brother's gone?
No, I don't think so. I think we still have most of our receivers back, and I don't feel more pressure. It's just going to be different. I feel like we're going to have to play better collectively as a team. We can't rely on that as much. So I don't feel as much pressure now that we got the bell back. But I think it's definitely different.
Definitely going to be different. See, I feel like there's a lot of pressure now that we have the bell, because now you got to keep it. A lot of people pretty excited about that.
I don't know. Getting it was tough. Getting it was tough enough. So I think that now we'll be out. Now we know we can do it, and now that we know that you don't have to play a perfect game, and you can go out and you can still make some mistakes and have success. So I think that going forward, having that confidence that, you know what, 7 years, it's over. We have it now, so now it's just us and
Right on. Will you be in the stands next year?
Oh yeah.
Cheering on?
Oh yeah.
That'll probably be your first time experiencing the tailgating side of Monon. Are you excited for that?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard great things about the tailgating, so I'm sure I'll get to experience it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, unfortunately, that's all the time that we have, but thank you both so much for being on the show tonight. Next week, because of Thanksgiving, we won't be having The Source, but we will broadcast the following week for our last show of the semester. So we'll see you back here in the D3 TV studio then. I'm Megan Mannering. Have a good night.